Okay, so when you come onto your chair, see if you can place your feet flat to the floor and just gently pressing your feet down and then follow the energy up through the legs and then find your sit bones so you can move around a little but get into a comfortable position where you can allow your spine to grow tall, reaching out through the crown of the head. The low belly might draw in a little to help support the back. Eyes can be open or closed. We're just going to tune inward just to our breath and how you're feeling today. So physically and emotionally. And now from here, we're going to go ahead and change up our breathing. We're going to breathe into our 3-part yogic breath. So we're going to use one breath and you're going to breathe a little bit into the belly. You can use your hand as a guide if you like. And then a little bit further up into the rib cage and then going all the way up into the chest. So that would be one full inhale. And then when you exhale, you just let yourself slowly empty out. Okay, so let's take a breath in together, just a full breath in through the nose, full breath out through the mouth. Using your hand, if you like, as a guide, send a little breath into your belly. Go a little further up, see if you can expand the breath underneath the hands, underneath the rib cage. And then a little further again into the chest, the collarbones. Slowly empty out the breath. And repeat. Breathing into the belly, ribs, and chest. Exhaling. Now continue at your own pace. Whether you need to use your hands, if you don't, just let your hands sit comfortably onto your thighs. Seeing if you can find the breath in those 3 areas. And if you can't feel the breath in those areas, just imagining it going into the belly, feeling the belly expand out, feeling the rib cage expand out from the sides to the front, the back, and then all the way up to the chest. You might notice into the collarbones, and maybe the shoulders might even lift a little. As you continue to breathe in this breath, just again, notice your spine. Sometimes we tend to begin to lean a little bit forward, or we start to round the back, and then the chin kind of juts forward. Gently draw your chin back, root down through the sit bones. And slowly, if the eyes are closed, we're going to open up the eyes. Just going to bring your hands together, interlace your hands. We're just going to stretch out our wrists a little so that one arm is lifted, the other hand can be down. You can also take both arms out. Okay, so you're just going to stretch. You can try it the other side. So we're just bending the top wrist, the bottom arm is straight. You can also do like a little wave-like action. Further, let the arms go a little higher. You might notice some more movement then into the shoulders. And slowly release. Bring your hands together. We're going to rub our palms here. Get some energy in between the hands. Rub, rub, rub. Get some heat even onto the meat of the thumb, everywhere. Fingers. And then slowly from here, gently just draw your hands apart, in and out. See if you can get a sense of a little bit of energy. And then maybe taking the hands and just gently cupping them over your eyes. So they're not actually touching. but very, very close. Just getting a sense of the energy here. And then just slowly let the hands come all the way down. You can let your palms split up onto the thighs. We're just going to gently do some head rolls here. So just pay attention to your neck. If it doesn't feel good to let your head drop back, don't. We're just going to take it to one ear, then let the chin fall down towards the chest, and then take it all the way over to the other ear. So let your ear come down towards the shoulder. And of course, you control how deep you can go with this. Keep the spine still nice and tall. And then the next time that the chin comes down towards the chest, root down through the sit bones, and then slowly lift the head up. And we're just going to do a few shoulder rolls here. Taking the arms back. And then allow your breath to be soft but deep. You can also try taking it forward. You can really lift up the arm here and sway side to side. And then from here, we're just going to take the right hand. If you like, you can place it on the outside of your left leg. Inhale, lift the left arm up. And then we're going to reach it out and over. And then slowly release. Just going to cross the arms. Maybe take the left arm and under. Sweep the right arm out and up. And then we're going to take a little side bend here again. Reaching over now towards the left. Crisscross underneath. One more time each side. Sweep out and up. So when we're reaching up and over, think of pressing down through the left sit bone, growing tall right from your hip up to the shoulder, out through the arm. And crisscross underneath. Let's go over to the other side, lifting up and over. And so if you can, you're going to watch to make sure that right shoulder isn't coming all the way forward. And just see if you can try to keep the chest here open. And then just slowly release, hands down either side. And then we'll just come right back to prayer for a moment. Let the thumbs touch up against the sternum. Draw your shoulders down your back. Really firm your shoulders on the back. From here, we're going to lift the arms up, reach up. And then exhale, we're going to come all the way forward. Let the hands come all the way down into a forward fold. Top of the head kind of comes down towards the floor. Now really use your legs, the muscles in your legs to help support you. Push the feet down and then lift yourself up. When you come up, we're going to draw right knee in towards the chest. And lift your gaze towards the sky as you draw that right knee in. Also notice your shoulders. Are they rounding forward? Can you take the shoulders back? And then we're just going to extend that leg. You can hold on to your leg if you like or not. So pushing out through the heel. And then again, let's take that knee in towards the chest. This time, draw your nose towards your knee. So you're going to round your spine here. And then again, inhale, we're going to extend the leg. Let's just lift our arms up. Slowly release. Taking hands again back into prayer. Just reset. Now lift all the way up. So the gaze can be looking forward, or if you like, you're going to look up towards the sky. Let the arms slowly reach forward. Use your core to help support your back. And then come all the way down. So we're rounding here in the spine. Push down through the feet, engage the legs, not the back, to lift or roll yourself up, picking up now the left knee in towards you. Spread through your toes. Maybe look up if that feels good to do so. Drawing your shoulders again down your back. And then extend the leg forward. You go through your toes here if you like. And then draw knee in towards the chest. Nose comes down towards your knee. So rounding through your spine, and then again, inhale, maybe lift the arms up as you extend out through the toes. So the leg can be lower, you can take the heel down, or you can lift it up about hip height, and then slowly release. Let's try that again, taking hands into prayer. Let's take our gaze down this time at our hands. Now lift your gaze up as you reach up, right from the hips to the shoulders. Exhale as you reach forward, draw your low belly in, pause and hold, and then come all the way down. Let the top of the head come down, fully relaxed. Shake it at the head here if you like. Root down the feet, roll up, or if you want to, the arms can come all the way forward. You can lift them up this time towards the sky. Now as you pick up the right knee, look up, extend the leg. Let's reach the arms back up towards the sky. Draw knee in, nose towards knee, round through your spine. And again, in breath, extend. Slowly sweep the hands down. Bring your hands back into prayer. On your next in-breath, we're going to lift the hands back up towards the sky. Maybe gaze up if you like. And then exhale, begin reaching forward. Nice and tall here through your spine. And then slowly roll down. Hands touch down towards the floor. Round it through your spine. You can roll up, or again, if you want to sweep the arms, push down through the feet, lifting all the way up. And then drawing left knee in towards the chest. Maybe the gaze comes up. And then extend the leg, looking forward. Arms can reach up. Again, draw knee towards the chest, nose in towards the knee. We're rounding through the spine. And another full breath in, lift up, maybe looking towards the sky or just looking forward. Slowly release, set the hands back down into prayer. Pause and hold. A full breath in, let's circle the arms all the way out. Exhale down through the center. This time we're just going to set the forearms onto the legs. Lift up tall through the spine. And then exhale, forward fold. Top of the head comes down. Rolling up through your spine, push down through the feet. Sweep the arms out and up. And as we exhale, we're just going to take them halfway. So reaching in opposite direction. We're going to take that right arm now underneath, left arm on top. Kind of give yourself a hug. Lift up through the chest. And then open wide. Looking up towards the sky, lift the palms up. This time, exhale, take the arms out to the side. Slowly bow forward. We're going to take the hands now onto the elbows onto the thighs. Notice if there's some rounding here in your back. So you might have the back round slightly. And see if you can pull your heart through, creating that length. And then exhale, forward fold. Stamp down the feet. Roll up through the spine, circling the arms out and up. And then again, take them out to about shoulder height, reaching out from the arms. Now we're going to pause and hold here. We're going to flex through the wrists. And now we're going to go to the other side. So instead of left arm on bottom, right arm now comes on top. And feel as though you're trying to draw your fingertips towards your shoulder blades. So they may not touch, of course, but you're just taking them in that direction. And then once again, open wide. Bring your hands in prayer. Slowly come down, pause for a moment, elbows resting on thighs, pull the heart through. Exhale, forward fold. Stay here and hold, top of the head hanging down. Although that is a little too intense for the spine and the neck, just keep your forearms onto the thighs. And then from here again, root down through your feet. Roll up through the spine, circle the arms out to the sides, lift them all the way up as you inhale, and then slowly bring the palms right back down at your heart. Gently lower your chin back down towards the chest. Lengthen up through the spine. Gently press the feet down into the mat. Now slowly lift the gaze, a big circle of your arms here again. Reaching up. Again, take them out to the side, swan dive. Pause and hold halfway. Pull your core in. If you find this too intense, just take the forearms back onto the thighs. Otherwise, the arms are out to the sides, low belly drawing in. Exhale, bow down. In breath, reach the arms back out to the sides to lift you all the way up. And now exhale, take the arms back out, shoulder height. Pause and hold here. We're going to take that right foot and now open your knees out. Okay, so you kind of have this 90-degree angle. Now gaze out over the front fingertips. So you have your right knee and right hand in the same direction. From here, let's take the back hand. Depending on your chair, you might be able to set it down onto the seat of your chair and lift up and over. So we're going to reverse our warrior. The back elbow here can bend as well. And then slowly transition right from warrior two. Right forearm onto the thigh, and then we're going to lift up and over. So your side angle pose. Okay, so lift back up, warrior two. Gaze it over the front fingertips. And now reverse your warrior. Drop your back hand down onto the chair. Flip the front hand, lift up and over. Come right back to warrior two. Pause briefly. And then side angle pose, lifting up and over with that top arm. Come back to warrior two. Bring your palms together as you draw your right foot back in. Reset, find your breath, and then another full breath in, reaching out and up. Exhale, swan dives, begin to lean forward. And now as you're leaning forward, are you starting to round in the upper back? Can you pull your heart through? From here, slowly release all the way down, hands come down. Push into the feet, arms come out to the sides to lift you all the way back up. And open up warrior two. Now step the left foot out. Gaze it over the left fingertips. Use your arms here nice and strong from the shoulders on the back. As we exhale, step the right hand down onto the chair. Flip the front palm, reaching up and over. I feel as though when you're reaching up and over, you're trying to get as much stretch here from your left hip all up through this left side body. And come in, slowly transition, warrior two to side angle, lifting up and over. Now we're finding length through the right fingertips, right down through the hip. Again, notice this top arm, is it starting to round down? Can you feel as though you're trying to stack your shoulders? Use that top arm to lift you back up into your warrior two. And we'll go back to reverse, reaching up and over, trying to find as much stretch here as you can. Slowly, warrior two to your side angle. And once again, that top arm lifts you all the way up. Gaze it over the front fingertips, pause. Notice if the shoulders are coming up into the neck, and you take them down. And now bring the palms back together as you step that left foot in. Pause here again and hold and breathe. Find length again up through the spine. Big sweep of the arms, breathing in, looking up. Exhale, just swan dive, come all the way down, back to a forward fold. This time now lift up halfway, so maybe the fingertips stay down onto the floor if you can comfortably reach, or if you have blocks, you can use those or books. If you can't reach with the fingertips down, that's okay. Take them further up to your shins, maybe underneath the knees. Finding length here again through the spine. Root down through the feet, the sit bones, and then exhale, bow down. In breath this time, push into the feet, circle the arms out and up. Exhale, hands into prayer. Draw a knee towards the chest, look up. Exhale, lift the arms up as you extend through the leg. Knee to chest, draw your nose in towards your knee. And again, leg lifts back up towards the sky. Set the foot down. Now open your arms wide. As you exhale, draw right arm underneath the left. So you're giving yourself a hug. And now open up wide. Let's take opposite arm now on top. So right arm on top, giving yourself a hug. And open up wide. Maybe the chest, the eyes gaze forward and up. Now lift the palms all the way back up. Circle them out to the sides again. Forward fold. Come all the way down. In breath, lifting up halfway. Fingertips to floor, to shins, or on your thighs. Find that length. Pause and hold, and then lift all the way back up, drawing now left knee in towards the chest. Lift the arms up, extend through the leg. Drawing knee back in, let's take the nose down, round through the spine. In breath, lifting up. Exhale, extend. Inhale, let's take the arms up, open wide. Lift the gaze. And then set the hands back down now onto the legs. Find length through the spine, root down through the feet. Pause and hold here. The eyes can be open or closed. Now from here, we're going to move into a hamstring stretch. So you can do it two ways, seated or standing. If you want to just try seated, you're just going to extend the right leg down. Taking your heel all the way down, curling your toes towards you. You can even bow forward. Now, if you want to come up to stand, you can also use your chair, taking the heel onto your chair. So you decide where you want to stay. Now, if you take, when we extend the leg out, we curl the toes. If you find that intense, a couple of things. You're either not going to bow forward, or you put a little micro bend in your knee. And then try bowing forward. So heel onto the chair or onto the floor and try to pull your heart through. Keep the toes pointing up towards the sky. Now, if you have your heel onto the seat of your chair, we're going to lift ourselves up, and then you're going to place your foot completely flat and then move into a high lunge. So you're going to go this way. Now, if you were on the floor and you had your heel turned up into your hamstring stretch, from here, what you can do, instead of putting the heel onto the chair, you're going to take that same leg, draw the opposite leg back. So left leg back, bend the right knee, lift up through your chest. Okay? Foot onto the chair. Actually, it should be your right knee is bent. And so if you decide to let the hips sink forward, feel as though you're still lifting up and out of your hips. Draw your low belly in and lift your pubic bone up towards your navel. So you should feel a nice deep stretch here in your left thigh and hip flexor. And we're going to take that leg down and you're going to go to your other side. So if you are seated, we're going to extend the left leg, curl the toes up towards you. Remember, you can have that micro bend. And if it's available, you're going to lean forward. But when you lean forward, find that extension again. Drawing shoulders down your back, reach out from your crown, your tail goes down. And so standing, you want to make sure you have your balance. You might have different things in your home that you can hold on to, or your chair might be fine. And so if we're standing as well, you'll just draw, though you're drawing your left thigh bone into the hip socket, squaring off the hips, micro bend in the leg or the leg straight, you're going to bow forward. If when you bow forward, you find that too intense, then just stay upright, hold and breathe. From here again, whether the foot is on the seat of the chair, firmly plant it, and then let the left knee come forward. Lift up out of the hips. Or if you're using a variation with hands on the chair, extend your right toes all the way behind, lift up through the heart. You could also try bending your back knee as well, and you'll feel a deep stretch here through your hip flexor. And then coming back to seated position or standing. I'm going to give you another option for seated or standing. We're going to do some circles here. So you can be seated and you're going to circle that right leg as big as you can. So many times clockwise, so many times counterclockwise. Or if you want to try standing, you're going to come up and stand. So think of your knee as your favorite color on it, and you're going to make a beautiful circle with your knee. And then swap it out, go to the other side, seated or standing, same thing, circling as big as you can. So many times, and then in the other direction. And now if you are seated, you're going to come up to standing, and we're going to come into our first downward facing dog. So anyway, you want to have your chair. If you already know, you're fine to bring the hands down to the seat of the chair and just come there. We're going to walk the feet back, and if you feel like that is too low, you know what to do. You can use the back of your chair. So bring your bum back, soft bend in the knees. Press your fingers down into the seat of the chair, and then see if you can squeeze your muscles in your arms. The head may be above the arms, or it'll come in between, but never let your head sink all the way underneath. Feet are about shoulder width distance apart, and it feels like you're bringing your bum back. But let's keep a nice bend here in our legs. And then from here, if you need to lift up or walk a little bit further forward, that's fine. We're going to walk our dog. So all that you're going to do is bend one leg and then the other. If you like, you can even lift your heel away from the floor. So stretching through the bottoms of the feet here as well. And then we'll let our dog come back into stillness, taking the feet hip distance apart. And from here, bring your awareness into your low belly and your spine. Now with your low belly, you're going to keep it firm, but the spine, think of it as a wave. Hands are pressing down into your chair, and as you inhale, start to round through your spine. We're going to come through to a high plank. Heels can be lifted or flat. You draw your low belly in, pull your heart through. Now, bending the knees, start to take your hips back, downward facing dog. That's all that we're going to do. Roll up through your spine so the head will be last to lift. Stacking your shoulders and wrists on top of one another. And then bend the knees, maybe lift your heels, sink your bum back, downward facing dog. Roll through the spine, come forward into your plank, keep the low belly firm, and then exhale, take it all the way back, downward facing dog. Let's try one more here. Breathing in, round through the spine, stack the shoulders, and then exhale, lift back, downward facing dog. Hold and breathe here. And now inhale, round through your spine, walk towards your chair, and lift up. From here, let's take the hands back into prayer. Reposition the feet so the feet are parallel. Let go of any tension here in the neck, the shoulders. Lift the pubic bone up towards the navel, root down through your feet. Let the hands now come down by your sides, and with an in-breath, we're just going to lift them up, look forward or up. And then exhale, bend your knees and start to bow forward. So come into a forward fold. The head can rest onto the chair. If you like, the fingertips can come down to the mat or just stay on the seat of your chair. And in-breath, push up halfway. Find that extension again, soft bend or big bend here in your knees. And then exhale, bow it down again. This time as you inhale, lift yourself up, step the right leg all the way back, Bend the left knee. Let's come back to our high lunge. Maybe you're on your fingertips. Maybe the hands are flat. Now from here with this back leg, we're going to step it in a foot or so and then place the heel down. You can turn that back foot out slightly and then begin to see if you can start to straighten out your front leg a little. So still keep that micro bend or bigger bend and then square off your hips. So think of drawing your thigh bone again into the hip socket, in and back. Now we'll stay like this, or if you feel like you can forward fold, you'll bow down. Otherwise, we're finding that length again through the spine. Now from here with this front leg, we're going to go ahead and bend it. And let's step the back foot all the way back to meet the right and come back to a downward facing dog. And then inhale again, roll through your spine, walk forward, forward folding. In breath, lifting up halfway. And exhale again, fold. Bend your knees. We're going to roll up through the spine, lift the arms forward and up. And then exhale, take them right back down into prayer. So come back to your mountain pose, releasing the shoulders. You can shake yourself out. Drop the palms down and then another in-breath. Sweep up, look up or forward. Exhale, bend the knees. Exhale, forward fold. The legs might begin to straighten, or you're going to keep a micro bend or a big bend. Forward folding. And now push into your hands, lift yourself up halfway, pull your heart through, and exhale, forward fold. Again, lift up halfway. Now let's step the left foot all the way back, bend the front knee. Instead of looking down at your hands, pull your heart through, bring your gaze forward. Lift up through that back heel. Feel as though you're lifting your knee towards the sky. And then from here, step the back foot in a foot or two, turn it out slightly. And now take this right hip in and back, straightening out through the front leg or micro bend. Bring the gaze forward, find extension again, out through the tail, out through the crown of the head. Option to forward fold, as long as you don't feel an extreme pulling in the back of your leg. And then once again, lift up halfway, step back to your downward facing dog. Then roll through your spine, walk forward, come back to a forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you like here. Lift up halfway. And again, exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, push down through the feet. In breath, lift up. Maybe the arms again reach forward. And then exhale, taking the hands right back into prayer. Pause and hold here again. Rooting down through the feet. This time, let's take an in-breath and sweep our arms all the way out into a circle and up. Exhale, hands come into prayer. Start to bow forward again, hinging at the hips. Come all the way down into your forward fold. Lift up halfway. Exhale again, forward fold. In-breath, stay here. Coming into a bit of a table pose. We're going to draw our heart through. Bend your elbows, come through to your cat pose. Bend your knees. And then exhale, round it up. Really see if you can eke in as much stretch here as possible. Breathing in, draw the heel of the hands towards your knees to help pull your heart through. And exhale, round it up. Walk back this time, downward facing dog. Inhale from here, roll through your spine and come back through to your plank pose. Heels lifted or down. Press down through your hands. Nice strong arms. And again, bring your bum back, downward facing dog. From here, let's step the left foot forward this time. Take your right foot back. Bend the left knee. We're going to come into warrior two. So start to turn your back foot so that it's pretty much in the same direction as the back of your mat. So parallel. And then we're going to lift the back arm up. Actually, we're going to come into triangle pose. Lift your right arm up and now see if you can begin to straighten out that left leg. Remember, keep a micro bend or a big bend in your leg. Now from here again, see if you can reach tall through both sideways here, all the way up. So even though your hand is on your chair, You're trying to find as much length as you can, and you're going to see if you can stack your shoulders. That's okay if your shoulder's rounding down, but if you can, you're going to see if you can lift it up. Now from here, go ahead and bend the left knee, come up into your warrior two stance. Bring the gaze out over the left fingertips. Strong arms here. Take your hands for a moment to your hips and see if you can find some more height here through the spine. Might even need to widen your stance. But the lower body is going to stay where it is and now grow tall through your spine. Lift yourself out of your hips, extend through the arms, and then drop the back hand and reverse that warrior. So you can stay here, or you're going to let it slide down your leg. And then slowly again, warrior two to your side angle. Hand onto the thigh, or depending, you can put your hand onto your chair if you like, and lift the arm up and over. Let's come back to warrior two. And then begin to straighten out your leg as you take your hand down into the seat of the chair into your triangle pose. Now from here, bend the front knee. Let your top arm come all the way down. Can you place it onto your chair? Turn your back foot. And we're just going to step forward. Lift it halfway. Exhale, forward fold. This time as we inhale, roll up through the spine. Circle the arms out and up. Come back to prayer as you exhale. Pause and hold here. Always returning back to your mountain pose. Kind of like a reset, and then when you're ready to begin, again, we'll sweep those arms all the way out and up. Exhale through your heart, bowing forward. Forward folding, and then lifting up halfway. Exhale again, forward fold. And lift up halfway. Let's come back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, push into the hands, draw the low belly in, and roll through your spine. Come back through to your plank pose. Whatever that might look like in your shape. Maybe the bum is lifted further up and you're further back. You might be able to start to let the hips come down as you lift through the chest. Now lift your bum all the way back up. Oh, and actually, let's come back to plank pose. We're going to walk forward. Let's do a little cat-cow action here. Inhale, pull your heart through, bend your knees and your elbows. Exhale, straighten the legs and round up, straightening through your arms. Push the palms down. Breathing in, heart pulls through. Exhale, round it up. One more round here. Breathing in. Shoulders down your back, and then exhale, pull your shoulder blades apart, walk back downward facing dog. From here, let's step the right foot forward, and then start to turn the left heel out. So again, the foot is facing towards, parallel with the back of the mat. Bend your front knee for a moment. Set the right hand down, take your left hand to your hip. So right knee is bent, and then begin to straighten out your right leg. Remember, you can keep that micro bend here if you like. And if possible, you're going to take your gaze away from your hand and just start to look towards the center. If it feels okay, you can start turning your head looking up. Option now to take the arm out to the side or lift it up towards the sky, coming into your triangle pose. And then slowly turn your gaze down now towards your hand on your chair. Bend the front knee, and then use your top arm to lift you up, warrior two. Draw your shoulders on your back. Gaze out over your right fingertips. Keep your lower body where it is, and let's just keep our hands kind of on our hips. Grow tall through your spine. Now stretch the arms back out, reverse your warrior. So we can look down at our left toes or turn the gaze up. And again, come back to warrior two. Side angle, drop the forearm onto the leg, or maybe you place it onto your chair. Keep that right knee bent. Lift up again, warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Find that nice length here through the right side body. And then slowly again, let's just come back to one more side angle. Now, as we lift up for a moment, warrior two, begin to straighten out that right leg. Think of drawing your hips back, kind of cutting your body in towards your right leg. And then slowly drop the right hand down, lift the top arm, or maybe you just want to hold onto your hip, trying to stack your shoulders. So feel as though you're trying to open through your chest, top arm out or up. And then we're going to slowly sweep that hand all the way down as you bend the front knee. Hands come onto the chair, turn your back foot. We're going to step forward, halfway lift, and exhale, bow down, bending your knees here. Inhale, slowly roll up, sweeping the hands out to the sides and lift all the way up and back into prayer. Pause and hold here again, steady in your mountain pose. Eyes can be open or closed. And then from here, soft bend in the knees, slowly bow forward. Hands come back onto your chair. And we're going to step our feet wide. So you'll take your feet off the mat if it's safe to do so. We're going to come into a forward fold. So forearms can rest onto the chair. You might need to get a little closer, depending on where you were. Or maybe you need to pull yourself away. But you want to get comfortable here for a moment. Push out through the outer arches of the feet. And if you want to go a little bit deeper in your stretch, you're going to lift your sit bones towards the sky. Now we're going to place the left hand down onto the chair, underneath the shoulder. And we'll lift that right arm up. And as you do so, turn your right toes out. And we're just going to open up here, bending the right leg. Slowly bring the toes in, set the right hand down. Now turn the left toes out, bend your left knee. And now lift your arm up. Slowly release, come back to your forward fold. In breath, lift up halfway. Now go ahead now and bend your left knee and reach your right arm up. Exhale, release. Bend the right knee. Take your weight over towards your right knee. And then we'll set the right hand down and lift up with the left. Slowly release. Again, come back to your wide forward fold. And so when you come into your forward fold, watch that you're sinking your bum back. We're going to see if we can keep it kind of stacked here. Pushing out through the outer arches of your feet. And then restacking the hands here. One and then the other. We're going to heel toe the feet in. From here, roll up through your spine as you tuck your tail. Circle the arms out and up. Bring them back down through the center. Slowly release, hands now by the sides. And then come on to your chair. Let's have another seat back down. Now from here again, keep the feet rooting down towards the floor. Release the shoulders. And then just take your awareness back to your hands. We're just going to circle the hands here a little. The other direction. And then just kind of move your fingers around. And then you can slowly start drawing one elbow back at the other as you move through your hands. And then maybe you get a little bit more creative and you start to take your hands to one side, the other side. And actually, let's reach to one side and reach to the right, lift your left sit bone up. And then we'll go over, reaching to the left, take that right sit bone off the chair. So you're just going to go side to side. And then next time that you come back to center, we're just going to take the arms overhead, circling. You can move your fingers around if you like. Go in the other direction. Use your breath here to help move you. And again, you can come back to this side to side movement. Fingers moving, or they can be in stillness. Really let yourself go, the head, the shoulders. And then come right back to center again. Open up the arms. Just going to give ourselves not a huge hug, but you're just going to stack one arm on bottom. And again, open up. Stack the other arm now on top. This time as we open up again, restack the arms, bow forward. So see if you can find length here again in your spine so that you've taken out the rounding. And open up. And try the other arm one more time on top. So not going to your maximum, we're just gently placing them there. Bowing forward, reaching out from the crown of the head down to the tail. And come back to center. Now we're going to lift our arms overhead. And as you do so, don't think of lifting up through out of the shoulders. Keep your shoulders where they are, but see if you can find length now from your hips up to your armpits. Okay, so you're finding that length and then slowly release. Take the arms out to the side. We're going to lift the right leg up. Knee can be bent or the leg can be straight. Exhale, slowly release. So don't move fast. Take it slow. Breathing in. Left leg lifts. Slowly release. One more time each side. Breathing in, lift up. Exhale, lower. And let it fall out of your mouth. This time we're going to lift our arms all the way back up. Look up. And now come into your cactus arms. From here, draw low belly in, leaning forward. Nice straight spine. And then lift back up. We're just going to draw our arms down together. Keep the arms drawn together and then bow forward again, halfway. And in breath, open wide. This time let the arms come all the way down as you circle down into your forward fold. Pause and hold here. Let go of the head. Shake it out. Breathe fully into the back of the body, trying to find as much stretch through the vertebrae as you breathe. Press down through the feet, circle the arms out and all the way up. Exhale, hands into prayer. Again, circling out and up. Take the arms wide, come back down into a forward fold. This time in your forward fold, heel toe the feet out. We're going to set the right hand down, take the left hand onto the left thigh, turn towards the left, or if you like, you're going to lift your arm towards the sky. And depending if you take your hand on if you can, on the inside, your arm, the inside of your right arm to your right leg. You're just gently pressing one against the other. Slowly release. Now we're going to take the left arm, if you can, on the inside of your left leg. You can come up onto finger tops. Remember, if you have books, have those handy or a block. Right hand onto the thigh. And then find some length through your spine before you twist. And then as you exhale, start to lift the top arm up. Gently pressing left arm and leg against one another. Slowly release. One more time each side. If it's too much to have the hands down to the floor, another option, or if you just want to try it anyway, is right arm onto the thigh, elbow, and then lift your left arm out and up. Slowly release. And take the left elbow onto the thigh, and now right arm lifts out and up. Let's take both hands back down one more time, coming into a forward fold. Take some full deep breaths here. And then gently push down through the feet. Roll up through your spine if that feels okay to do so. Circle the arms all the way out and up. Maybe gaze up, look at the thumbs. Take the arms back up towards the sky. Slowly release them down. And then bring your bum all the way against the back of your chair for a moment. Lean your back into your chair. And so when we take our arms up this time, see if you can reach the thumbs back. And so we're trying to take a back bend into your upper back. So think of lifting up, 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 and then the thumbs come back. Lift through your chest. And slowly take hands back down into prayer. Release the hands down. And then we're going to lift up our leg one at a time, and we're just going to circle our foot. If you want to, you can circle the hands at the same time again. And so many times in one direction. If you feel like you can lift up both without using your back to do so, you're using the muscles of your legs and your core, do so. Otherwise, you'll switch to your left leg. Maybe you'll see if you can take the legs a little wider. So we're really using the muscles here in the inside of the leg. So circling here and out to the sides. Now, if you need to set the feet down, go ahead and take a little breather. However, if you're fine with having one or both legs raised, keep them lifted. And we're going to shake out the legs. Your feet can also be lower. We're going to take our hands out. We're going to shake them overhead. Again, if you need that breather, just take the feet down and keep the hands moving. And actually, go ahead and do that. Take the feet down, circle the arms out, bring them towards center. We're going to shake down low, come through to center, go over to the right, shake, shake, shake. And then one more time, arms overhead, shake out the legs, the feet. And in a few seconds, we're just going to let ourselves just kind of drop the arms and the feet. Just let it come down. Great. And from here, get yourself comfortable into your chair in whatever position works for you. If you have a blanket handy and you want to cover up, bring that in as well. And so when you come into Savasana, you're not worried about having this perfect position. You just want to let yourself get comfortable as you can in a chair. Remember, our other option that you can do as well is your legs resting onto the seat of the chair. So this could be an option. Or if you're handy to a wall, you can lift your legs if you like that one. Legs up to a wall. So go ahead now. Take a few moments to get yourself settled and comfortable. Let the arms rest comfortably, the legs. And let's once again bring our awareness just to how we're breathing at this moment without trying to change it. And then from there, shift your awareness from your breathing now to your body. So feeling your chest and your collarbones. Feel the rib cage and the belly. Let go of any tension you may be holding into the belly. Sometimes it's nice to just take the hand and kind of rub around the belly area as a sign to just let it relax. Feel your spine, whether you're seated in the chair or if you're lying on your mat, feel your spine making contact with the mat. And notice what parts can you feel connecting. Upper back, tail, shoulder blades. And then soften in all these areas. And notice your legs, whether one leg is crossed or both legs are down to the floor or draped over your chair. See if you can feel both your legs equally. So right from the pelvis, feel the thigh bone down to your knee, softening through the front of the knee, the back, the sides, as well as down through the shin, the ankle, out into the foot and the toes. Just feel as though the muscles are completely relaxed, bones are heavy. And now shift your awareness from your legs into your shoulders. Notice if you feel any tension or soreness or if you feel okay. And then begin to soften the shoulders, the biceps and triceps, the lower arm and into the wrists, out into the fingers. Now feeling both arms relaxed and heavy. And then just take your awareness to your throat. Maybe you want to swallow a few times or once. To the back of the neck. To the back of the head, the scalp. Into your forehead and eyebrows and eyes. Softening the cheeks, the jaw, the tongue, and the ears. Softening your entire body. And then bring your awareness back to your breath so that when you breathe, feel as though you can feel the breath moving through the spine. Up and down through the spine, the breath. And let's change our breathing now so that when you breathe in, whether it's a 5 count, a 6, a 4, just allow your exhale to be a little bit longer. If you're breathing in for a 5 count, let your exhale be a 7 count. Let the breath be soft. Now, if time allows and you'd like to stay here a little longer, please go ahead and do so. Otherwise, if we have to get on with our day, we're going to bring our hands back together. Start to create some heat back into the hands. And before you place your hands onto your face, we're just going to slowly let the hands just kind of cup over the eyes, just a centimeter or a few centimeters away from the eyes, feeling that energy. Let the hands come down towards the cheeks without touching. Again, see if you can feel any energy. Maybe the hands are just gently pulsing away and back to the face. And then gradually let the hands come onto the cheeks. And the hands now come into prayer. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.